I'm Christian Abbott.
I'm Nathan Lavender.
I'm Sean Abbott, and this is the Red Mist Podcast.
Hello, welcome to the Red Mist Podcast, Season 4, Episode 20. I had two ways to go with this, Christian, and I went with the NASCAR on this one.
Okay.
I went with the number 20 Home Depot Chevy Monte Carlo of Joe Gibbs Racing, and no other driver, but instead of smoke, Tony Stewart.
Okay, that is a very respectable car.
Yes. Plus, it's Tony Stewart, so.
Right. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Yep. So, anyways. So, tonight's episode. Chock-filled. But first up, we go south of the border. To Mexico City. For NASCAR. Next, we'll go to Gateway for IndyCar under the lights on Sunday night in a fantastic race. We will next go to north of the border to Canada, to Quebec, Montreal, and the Canadian Grand Prix. Then we will go overseas, finish up our race recaps for the 24 Hours of Le Mans. And then we'll do news and notes. Slow week in news and notes. I don't know, unless you want to do news and notes first. I don't really have much.
What one news ties into the Le Mans results?
Yeah, I know. That's why. So let's just leave that there.
Yeah, that's fine with that one. The only other thing that I saw was
well,
I guess two things.
Two things. Go ahead. You go first.
One was pertaining to. Oh, well, no. So, I'm sorry. Here's two things for the IMSA race this weekend. One, Magnus is back. And
yes.
Two, Iron Dames is out.
Yes, and that's because of Michelle Gadding's broken foot at Le Mans.
Yes. Yeah.
Resulted during pit stop practice when they dropped the car on her foot. Oh.
Yeah, that was not fun.
That's no, not fun. Not fun.
So yeah, and then
the other news.
The other piece of news that I had was Canada has extended in F1 until either 2032 or 2035.
Yes. Does that mean Lance will be extended?
You know the deal. Contract is undisclosed.
Undisclosed?
Yeah.
Okay. Undisclosed. All right. My piece of news, I mean, it's just one of the most enthralling pieces of cinematic film was premiered last night. F1 the movie.
I'm surprised you brought that thing up on the podcast.
Well,
it's just there.
I may,
yeah.
Huh?
What do you mean? What are you getting to? You've watched it already?
No. The premiere was last night in New York City.
So what's your news about it? Or just
no. I'm just saying it's coming out next week. It'll be premiering in our theaters.
Yeah.
So, I'll have to see if I can pull myself to go to it.
If I have nothing better to do that night, then maybe. But it's not on my.
I'm kind of hoping for if I have a rainy Saturday afternoon, I might go.
Yeah. I think that's kind of where I'm summing
yeah.
up.
All right. I just, I don't know. Anyways,
I am not going in with any high hopes. Like, bar is very low. So, like, that's where I'm at with this. I'm not expecting anything to top, Steve McQueen's Le Mans or even Grand Prix. I mean, really, like, there's your F1 movie to compare yourself to. Rush was great. That Ron Howard did.
Yeah.
But
because they mixed the real action with the movie, so it was a good blend. Mm-hmm. Whereas at Le Mans, they actually shot it during the race, and then they shot bits and chunks of it during the race, and then chunks of it after the race. So again, it was a good mix. So, I still think that was good. Ford versus Ferrari was good. It was good entertainment. A little bit of overacting and a little bit too much of CGI stuff, and just remember, when you're going to go past someone, downshift the path.
Mm-hmm. Always downshift.
Always downshift the path. Yes.
Or
all right,
shift in a ninth gear, because somehow they always upshift in ninth
and then
gear.
And then whatever side the guy car is on your, always look over.
Right.
All right, let's get to it. Very excited for NASCAR being south of the border. And did anyone pick the winner?
We didn't do.
We didn't do this. That's too bad.
We don't do this. Yeah. I know.
It's too bad because we should have.
Yeah, we should have. Yeah.
Because I know two of us. Actually, it probably wouldn't all three of us. No.
It would have been split between Daniel Suarez, who did win the Xfinity race, and SVG. Who came out on top.
Because Nate would have went Suarez, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, SVG took the win. SVG is now locked into the championship. I'm very excited.
That's great.
It's awesome. It's fantastic. I love it.
Again, my opinion doesn't change.
No knock on SVG. He won the race. Mm-hmm. But, NASCAR fans, this is what you get.
Yep.
Okay? Anyways.
Yeah, that does not change my opinion of this format.
No, but I do find it awesome.
Yep.
It was a pretty good race. The problem is, this is what happened at did they shorten the track at Coda 2 for NASCAR?
Yes.
Yes, they did.
It's not like Mexico was much shorter. All they did.
No, but it turned into a Mickey Mouse track in certain pieces, and the cars are just. It's not the car's fault. It's just the track's fault because the cars look clumsy on it. There's no flow to it, Whereas, like, if they were at Montreal, there's plenty of flow.
I mean, the stadium section before
was fine.
The final. No, that's the part of the track I hate. I don't like that.
I didn't like the part leading into the stadium section. That's where it was for me.
The right-hander?
No, just the whole after they get down to turns 1, 2 there, that piece all the way to the stadium was just was not a fan of it. Just from the GP track.
That's like 90% of the track you're talking about.
I know, but it was garbage.
What? The whole S section was garbage because they just let them go wherever they wanted, kind of deal.
Well, hopefully they'll look into making it better next year when they go. But we had rain. That was exciting.
Yep. Definitely threw a wrench into the.
Yep, threw a wrench in there. But SVG had the field covered. I mean, they kept going, Ty Gibbs, and then, of course, Joe Gibbs Racing does the stupid thing. Well, when the leader pits on a road course, do you always pit? No, not them. Leave him out. Flag came out.
But it was it's a tough call because you have to.
No, well, it's not on a road course. On an oval, completely understand it, but on a road course, if the leader pits, you pit because you don't want to get caught out. And he got caught out, and it was 2.5 miles of see you later going to the back of the pack. I mean, that
Well,
you know.
so okay, but this is say everything went green, right? This is the strategy
Yeah.
you're looking at. SVG didn't pit going into the final stage, so and whereas they did. So what they had to do was pass. Ty had to pass all the cars in between him and SVG to then get clean air and then try and make up that gap. And by that point, you just sit there and say, well, Ty's got the fresher rubber, so he should close in a little bit to SVG. SVG's going to pit as early as possible to get onto the tires, but then at the end of the race, that's where his tires are going to be theoretically crap or in a worse condition. Whereas if Ty, say splits the last stage 50-50, then he's going to have better tires at the end to make the last dash. I get it. It's you run the risk of a caution the whole time, but that's the gamble that they played. And honestly, I was a little worried about SVG because I thought the tires would have been crap. But
again,
unbeknownst to all of us, he had way more in the tank.
But here's the thing: he's so used to driving those Australian supercars on like seriously concrete tires. I mean, it's the front two cars just shut the chicane. Anyway, sorry, pardon my French. With those supercars being on those bricks, that they run because those tires are not super softies. He knows how to preserve them and get the maximum out of it. So it was. I overall, I thought it was good. Plus, he was sick coming into the race.
Yeah, he made that evident.
And and there was a bunch. Well, apparently Blaney was too. I mean, so I mean, there seemed to be some dysentery problems.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I don't know if it was bad tacos or bad water.
Yeah, who knows?
But anyways, so SVG takes the win. Christopher Bell second.
Mm-hmm.
Chase Elliott third. Alex Bowman, McDowell, Nemechek, Briscoe, Custer, Byron, Buescher.
Man.
With my man Logano, 21st.
Hey,
Larson got smoked on the opening lap.
Yeah.
Or second lap. I don't know. Whatever.
I was scrolling
Kyle
through.
Kyle Busch had brain fade.
I was scrolling through Instagram today, and there was some video with Logano on it, but he was showcasing his garage that he has, and he's got quite a collection of stuff in there.
Well, he's a daddy's boy, so let's just move on. I don't want to. I've had enough Joe Logano talk. What's he got, Christian?
All good. He's got a 1924 Model T. He's got a few.
He's got a fire truck. I think he's got a fire truck.
I can't remember if it's a fire truck. He's got like two old trucks. One's like a behemoth, and I don't know if that is the fire truck or not. But then the other one, it looks like a tow truck.
I think it's a garbage truck too.
He had some hot rod, where the the engine was one of his cup engines that he won a race at.
Oh, he did what Paul Newman does to his cars. He put a killer motor in it.
Yeah.
Like Newman put a ZR1 Corvette motor in a Volvo station wagon.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, and then he had a bunch of other old Corvettes and God, what else? There was one other in there that I remember. Oh, and he had like a 90s Mustang that was in there as well. So, neat little collection.
There you go.
So,
right. There we go. Got a behind-the-scenes look at Joey Logano.
Mm-hmm.
All right. This weekend, we're off to Pocono, the Tricky Triangle.
Yes.
That'll be Sunday at 2 for you race fans out there. I believe that's the last prime race? Or I don't know if it's on prime or not. Anyways. All right. I heard good thing. I mean,
yes,
I thought the
yes,
production
that's the last prime
that's the
race.
last prime. I thought that was the first prime race I watched. I was impressed. They did a great job.
No complaints for me.
I enjoyed Dale. I enjoyed Dale Jr. in the booth. It's better than listening to Clint Boyer. So
yeah. I mean, I was kind of half paying attention because SVG checked out. So
yeah, it'd be kind of cool if it was Harvick and Earnhardt. That'd be kind of good. But all right, let's move on to IndyCar. This seriously was the cherry on the top of the dessert for the weekend.
Hands down the best race of the weekend.
Yeah. I mean, as much as I was fired up and put like my entire weekend into the 24 hours of Le Mans, I was very much anticipating this race. It was tough to go practice qualifying because the race was Sunday night at 8 and everything was like Friday practice. There was a practice Saturday qualifying and there was nothing until 8 o'clock Saturday night. So it was a little, I just decided I wasn't going to waste my time with the practice and qualifying,
I didn't watch any of that.
So I, saved it up and man, it was awesome. Awesome race. It just a lot of people in contention for the win. Like I said, it was great race. David Malukas was the star of the early part of the race, I thought. Unfortunately, scraped the wall and kind of put his car on the back foot. The guys from Prema.
Well, more so, Ilott almost pulled a blinder at the end.
Yeah. I mean, they basically, where did Ilott finish? Oh, he finished 18th.
Yeah,
but
he had pit right at the end, so.
Yeah, Schwartzman was 10th, which on it, that I believe is first short oval. So, well done there. Christian Rasmussen, probably with his best race of the season, was an animal all night.
Yep.
Finished 3rd. Kirkwood takes the win. In a great race. Drove fantastically. Pato was 2nd. I'll be honest with you. I thought it was a quiet night for Pato.
Yeah.
He did get he and Connor Daly put on a battle for a good chunk of the race. Which was great to watch. It was clean. It was proper defending, meaning that Pato made the first move, and then it was either Daly followed him or Daly tried to go around him. So I was I was impressed by both of those guys driving, and Daly strong all night, finished 6th. Great run for his team. Dixon, quiet night, finishes 4th.
He's quiet night, but he snuck in at the end because of that late race caution. So and did it on field strategy.
Yeah, Santino with a strong run to 5th. So the AG Ford cars were the class of the Penske aligned cars once again. Alex Palou, again with a top 10 finish, finishing 8th, just piling on the points right now. That's how I look at it. Rinus VK, top 10 finish for Dale Coyne Racing, who always does well here. And then the last of our top 10 finishes, Marcus Armstrong with a strong run in the Meyer Shank car. As for Team Penske, strong night, finished 24th, 25th, and 27th.
Hold on. Let me get the
golf clap.
Yep.
I love that. That was nice. That was a nice touch. All right. So there we go. Let's just take a look. In the championship right now, Palou leads by 82 points over Pato. Kirkwood's 2 behind Pato, so that's a good little battle right there. Lundgaard is 4th, Dixon 5th. Dixon's 5th, right?
Yeah.
He is. I'm not saying he is 56 points out of second place.
And again, Indy was his worst race.
Yeah.
Which
so him finishing, he could. This possibly could be another Ganassi one too. I don't know. We'll see.
It could be. I think Dixon would probably need some sneaky finishes to finish out the season.
Fair enough.
And it's just kind of a question of where does he get those? Because Nashville last year, I don't think that was one for them. Milwaukee's probably a toss-up. Portland and Laguna, maybe. Toronto would have to be some caution luck, I'd say, because right now the sole remaining street course, I got Kirkwood's name all over that one.
So far we've been to 2, 4, 6, 8 races, and we've only had 2 drivers win.
Yes. Yep.
3 by Kirkwood, 5 by Palou.
Yep.
It's all Honda.
Just keep it up.
Our next race is this weekend. Oh, I love this track. Road America.
Yeah, it should be a good one.
Who's on the bill with these guys?
What was that?
I was trying to see the whole schedule. Why don't they list the entire schedule? They just a weekend schedule. Hold on. Oh, okay. So it's IndyCar, Indy NXT. Oh, that's just IndyCar and Indy NXT. Yeah. No SRO or anything. Seems like a lot of free time.
Let's see.
All right.
No, there's got to be something else going on. I'll look for it.
Yeah, don't worry. Yeah, no big deal. But anyway, so they're off to Road America this weekend, so it's exciting. All right. Let's move on to Formula One. I don't know what to say about this race.
Here, hold on, let me back up 1 second. I found the event schedule. It's the Radical Cup, vintage.
Ooh, okay.
Vintage Indy series or group, and then some of the Road to Indy stuff. So USF Pro 2000, USF 2000, good. Indy NXT, right. IndyCar. So it's an Indy festival with the Radical group.
And the Radical. Oh, yeah. That's good. I'm just hoping there's a lot going on for the fans because it's a great place to go see a race. So.
Yeah, Saturday is 8 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. That's
wow.
So, and that's even Sunday after the IndyCar race is over, there's the Radical race.
So, Radical race, excellent.
Yeah,
so, that's cool.
Plenty going on.
Excellent. All right, Formula One.
I'd say a pretty straightforward race for what it was.
It's pretty straightforward. I seriously think the big winner was Max.
Maybe. I probably wouldn't discount George being a big winner there just because of where he is in the points. And if Mercedes form does turn around to something like this, then he could be a serious contender, which I don't know if I enjoy saying that about George Russell because I've always found him very overrated.
Annoying, yes.
But I mean, I'm also not going to just deny when someone's can put together good finishes and and a strong performance in the car. So that's fine.
Yeah.
I just think it's a little concerning, that Kimi is not far behind within that team. So the car is definitely drivable.
Car's drivable.
Unlike the Red Bull, which if you take Max out of that seat, Red Bull's dead last in the standings in the constructors.
Where did he? Oh my God, 15th. So,
yeah.
What was he doing? Never mind. All right, I don't want to talk about that. Well, I think my favorite thing is McLaren. They're literally they're gonna do their best to throw this away.
Yes, they're doing well. Is it McLaren throwing it away, or is it Norris throwing it away?
Well, the thing is, if they just go to team orders at this standpoint, or if you're going to tell you guys to run, that's fine. Yeah, I mean that was a completely zoned out move that Lando tried to pull. I mean, I don't know what he was doing. I mean, seriously.
I don't think he. I think he.
Yeah.
Well, he admitted fault for it, which is fine. So.
Yeah, that's fine, but I still don't know. Yeah, I mean,
he was probably thinking that Oscar was gonna leave more of a gap, and it didn't.
Well, so the gap was, I don't know what gap he was looking at. It was the graphs on the wall.
It was a gap that never appeared. I'm guessing he was assuming that Piastri was going to move over further to the right and never did.
So he had a center moment.
Yeah, this is definitely if gap car, but there was no gap, so else's wall.
The only thing is, it's like, how do you hit his Piastri's front tire anymore? He would have flattened it. Rear tire.
Yeah, I was definitely surprised that Piastri didn't his tire didn't get cut
thank
down,
God.
But
no, but thank God. But I mean, seriously, how do that if they both went out?
Oh, I know. With the way it was gonna that move, if there was more room there, I wouldn't have put it past both of them having the race.
Yeah. Right. No problem there.
So, but I do want to just fast forward a little bit. Post race, Norris was given a 5-second penalty.
Was he?
Yeah, and nothing else.
No points?
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm going. Is no penalty points for causing a collision.
Gotcha. I'm not going to get into George and the safety car thing because, oh God, I can't. Anyways.
The only thing I'll say about that is he needs to tread very, very lightly. Because he's going to get himself caught up in... He's going to outthink himself.
That's not hard with that kid.
So, and all the media answers of Red Bull was just wasting their time. I don't think they were, because you do need to stand up for yourself, and for as many games as these two teams and drivers want to play against each other, I got a pretty good guess of which driver is going to come out on top.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Let's just kind of just flip through the race. Strong run. Ferrari 5th and 6th. Where they belong.
Well, hold on. That 5th place car of Lewis's was.
No, it was Charles was 5th place.
Oh, Charles was 5th. Okay, then Lewis in 6th was severely hampered after a little on-track incident.
Yes.
So
rip groundhog.
Yeah.
Rip Gary the groundhog. Not the only creature that was harmed over the weekend too.
No, we'll get to that.
We'll get to that. So, Fred, strong run again, 7th. The Hulk points here
is if there's a bonus in that contract for him, he is on his way to earn it.
Ocon secured points in Haas's 200th Grand Prix. Congratulations to them.
Fantastic.
And Carlos, with some good luck, gets 10th place.
Yeah.
So that was
after Williams came out in free practice 1, second and third fastest.
Yeah, no.
Which was a little surprising.
All right, just real quick, let's just take a look at the. Well, Oscar's leading the points. It's Oscar, Lando, Max, George, and then Charles. So that's our. But let's look at the team points here. Kick Sauber has now climbed over Alpine, who I have to say could be in trouble with their Formula One program, as the CEO of Renault stepped down today.
Oh.
So we shall see what happens there.
Yeah. Well.
All right.
Interesting.
So yeah. So Kick Sauber has scrambled over them. They're now 2 points behind Aston Martin. Haas and Racing Bulls are tied at 28. Williams, because of that strong early season form, is 5th with 55. The Red Bull racing car of Max Verstappen, wait a minute, 162 points. Hold on a second. Wait a minute. Oh, that's great. Of the 162 points.
It's like 158.
155. Oh. Why have 2 cars?
Yeah, it's a good question. Like I said, if you take Max out and put either the other 2 V-carb guys up there, it's the team is dead last in points.
Yeah, had they started the season that way, yeah.
Yep.
Ferrari 183, Mercedes 199, and McLaren's twice that. So, anyways, that was fun to know. All right, next up, Christian.
Yes.
Yeah. Red Bull in 2 weeks.
Yeah, going to Austria.
Yep. So hopefully Max can put it together.
Hopefully, but this time last year, Lando was knocking on the door, and that was the first time that those 2 came together.
Yep. Well, anyways, let's just see what happens.
Yeah. Is it I think it's a sprint weekend too.
It is not a sprint weekend.
Oh.
When is
shaking it up? Oh, I don't.
Let's see.
Search.
No sprint weekend.
Hold on, here we go.
Oh, guess when the next sprint race is? You're not gonna believe this.
Spa, right?
Yes.
Yeah. All right, so here are your 6 sprint weekends for the season. 2 of them have already happened: China and Miami.
Yep.
Then your remaining 4 are Spa, Austin, Brazil, and Qatar.
All right. So let's see. We go Austria. So we're on a string of just every other week until we get to Belgium. After Belgium, we go to Hungary the following week, and then we are on the summer break.
Yep.
Okay. And then we move into Azerbaijan, and then off to Singapore.
Don't forget Monza in there.
Yeah. Sorry. Wait a minute. Yeah, we go. Oh, sorry. We go to Zandvoort, The following week we go to Monza. That's a good back-to-back weekend right there. Actually,
we're in
that would be bad to do.
The big European stretch of the calendar.
Yeah, but that's not a bad, like, go to Zandvoort and then go to Imola. I mean, to Monza.
Nope.
Yeah. All right. So that's what's up for us next. We have a nice break. There was one gentleman who did not appear at the premiere last night.
There were 7 of them.
Well, like the top guns that, should have been there, like of the top guns.
What, you mean Max?
I think, yeah, Max, no. Max flew home, saw his new daughter, and then had to get to Spa.
Yeah. What's going on at Spa these days?
Did a little testing. I don't know why he's testing the car there.
Hey.
I mean, because when's the next race? The 27th?
For who? F1?
For Formula 1, it's the 27th.
No,
it's the same weekend as the...
Yeah, I know.
It's the same weekend as Spa 24. Yeah. I keep thinking he's just gonna... I'm waiting for him to rock up at one of these.
Well, here's an interesting question we're going to answer right now. Let's do this. Circuit des Spa Francorchamps.
No, he's not going to try and do it. You can't do both.
And Red Bull Ring, Austria.
I mean, yeah, I don't think that's going to happen.
No, that's a 10.5-hour drive. So
but I mean, they could easily fly it, but
yeah.
I don't think that's. And given the fact that it's the home race in Austria for Red Bull, I think Max got a few sponsored things.
That's all good.
Anyway, so I just keep waiting for him to rock up at something. So
yeah, well, he's definitely inching closer and closer to it. So
Yep. It's unfortunate though. He would have been available to run at at Watkins Glen this weekend.
Or the Nordschleife. Pick your poison.
No, because the Nordschleife he has to go get the permit.
I know, but he can go do it.
No, he has to. No, you have to get the qualifying permit. He doesn't have it. You have to do a race in a lower speed car.
Yes, which I'm sure he would be able to do when the time comes.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. But the way you were saying was he was going to go race there this weekend. He's not.
No. But I'm just if he was serious about doing it, then you have
to do it in a qualifying race. So, no, but I mean, easily could have went to Watkins Glen and run. Could have easily stepped into the Meyer Shank car.
That would have been
Is LMP2 running there?
Yes. Yeah, all 4 classes are running this weekend.
All right. Well, that finishes up our that'll finish up our Formula 1 coverage. And now on to Le Mans. It was a fantastic week leading up into the race weekend. And, there was some false hope given on the test days, as well as practice and qualifying. And what happened? The bop went in favor of who, Christian?
Oh, Ferrari.
Yep.
I guess a couple of things with that. One, it was pretty apparent after they interviewed I think it was. Is it Buemi? No, Buemi is with Toyota. Who's on the Cadillac team? Is it Bourdais?
Yeah, Seb.
Yeah. He gave an interview and basically said, and somebody, whoever wrote the article,
Earl Bamber also did too.
Yeah, they were like, where's the smile? And he's like, what? Yeah, we got it, but like, everyone knows what's going to happen. Like,
yeah.
So, yeah, it's a little disappointing from that standpoint. I will say at one point earlier on in the race, when the Ferraris did get to be 1, 2, and 3, and they basically had them all in one shot. It's a very cool photo. Like,
Oh yeah.
Any team that does rock up and dominate Le Mans, it's impressive. And to have your cars all be sitting stern in line, and the goal is get to the end, and you'll figure out the race as you go, kind of deal. So I mean, like, props to them for being able to pull out the win. It was the 83, so like technically the non-factory car, but I don't really know how much of a how much of a private outfit you can really say that they are, since they're pretty much joined at the hip of the factory team, it seems. But they were the team that also made the least amount of mistakes, because both the 50 and the 51 were hit with penalties during the middle of the race between pit lane speed violation, I think. There was a full course yellow infringement or infraction, and then one of them got hit for like excessive top speed that they put out down the Mulsanne. Although I think that one I was reading into, it might have, I don't know if it was true, because they said that they clocked him at going 364 kph down the back straight, and whereas most of the field was going 346. So I think it might have been a case of a little bit of dyslexia, and you swap the numbers around when you notice it. But like the actual Ferrari top speed was like 351, 352, and the rest of the field was at like 346. Yeah.
Yeah.
So definitely a top speed advantage that they had, and it was quite clear when they were passing the other cars that they had it. So if I know BOP is extremely hard to get right, but it's tough when you just see that one car is going to have an advantage, and it seems, especially over these last couple of years, that all right, Ferrari won the race. I can probably guess going from Le Mans into their next race, which is Brazil. That even though Ferrari got the win and was pretty dominant, Toyota's going to get hit with another 20 kilos put on top of them. Because that seems to be the way it's going this year right now.
Yeah. I will say this: there was some fantastic amount of pit lane speed violations this year. It was like every time I was watching the race, like, I watched on the WEC app, and they would go, "Oh, more pit lane speed violations," and it was like, it got to the point after about the third time they were, "Let us guess."
Yeah. It which is kind of strange, but I mean, like, if that's really the make or break of everyone's race, I mean, it did seem like at one point I'm like, you guys are really like throwing away a drive-through or something like that because of this.
Yeah.
So
it's also for me, I at the end of the race, I mean, it was fantastic to see Kubica get the win.
Yes, out of all the Ferraris, I was glad that they won.
Yeah. I mean, Yifei, who's come up through Porsche, he's come up through Porsche Supercar, Super Cup, and all that to get to this point. That's fantastic. Phil Hansen worked his way up, through the British ranks and through LMP2 and stuff. Good to see. But Kubica, I mean, this guy was on the brink of a Ferrari F1 deal, and then the massive road rally accident destroyed his arm. But to come back and to be where he was today was amazing.
Yeah.
And he drove a stint that was like almost 3.5 hours at the end.
Yeah. Yeah. I know we're making it sound like, like all Ferrari had to do to win was just show up. I'm like, they did work for it. Like
they had to do, because they were nowhere in the beginning of the race.
No, and yeah, the number 6 Porsche got thrown out of qualifying, but I mean, man, did that thing have some afterburners on during the race, because that was the only car
Yep.
able to fight with the Ferraris.
The Cadillacs, there was a certain point where the Cadillacs kind of were, and then all of a sudden it just went away.
Yeah.
And then it came back towards the end,
Mm-hmm. It might have been that the car just didn't work at night.
Yeah, possible. Other than that, post race, with the 50 getting bounced, Cadillac moves into 4th with the Jota team. The number 12 car moved into 4th. That was that. Congrats to the Aston guys for finishing the race.
Yeah. I was very impressed with them just putting this race together and being able to finish all 24 hours. That they came in early on in the race to fix one thing, and I can't remember if it was because they had a potential tire that was losing tire pressure, or if there was some other electrical bug that they had for like a moment. But outside of that, the car was flawless. And I know it didn't have the outright speed or anything like that. I think they finished like 2 or 3 laps down. But again, first time out at Le Mans, and you're 2 or 3 laps down because of some pace, but like everything else went okay. That's a very good performance. So, and
very much so.
And they did not finish dead last either. Like,
nope.
They did finish ahead of one Peugeot, I think it was.
One of the Peugeots.
And one of the Cadillacs. I know, not the one that like.
No. They finished ahead of 2 of the Cadillacs. The Wayne Taylor racing car.
Yeah. But of the cars,
the Whalen car. No, the Whalen car.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't matter. The Whalen car. The 2 BMWs dropped out, and then there was another Peugeot. One of the BMWs. The BMWs were in the 361 to 375 laps. 387 was total laps led. Total laps. But congrats to them. So good on them for their first outing.
Mm-hmm.
So onward and upward. All right, let's move on to let's just move to LMGT3 real quick. Congrats to the Manthey Porsche team of Richard Leitz. I was going to say Rene Rast. Richard Leitz,
yes.
Ryan Hardwick, and Ricardo. What's Ricardo's name? Oh my God, just blanked. The kid is fast. Anyways, finished ahead of the Vista AF Corsa Ferrari. TF Sport Corvette finished 3rd. Well, look at this. They got 1, 2, 3. Wow, first 5 different marks. That's fantastic. Well done. Well done to the FIA and the ACO on that. That's fantastic to have that happen.
No, it was great. Well, granted, the BMWs would have definitely been up there. Had their issues.
So the BMWs had the field covered, in particular the 46,
mm-hmm.
and then halfway through, mechanical errors, and out they go. They were literally. It got to the point I was watching on the time. I'm like, there's no one there.
Well,
it was.
It was either mechanical or electrical on the 46, and then it was.
No. But I'm just saying, from a race standpoint, I was just sitting there going, "These guys are on cruise control."
Yeah.
Pretty much. So, anyways, so congrats to those guys. Let's move to LMP2 to round out the Poland taking over Le Mans. Inter Europol, the Polish racing team, bounces back for a win. So congrats to them. VDS Panis Racing was second. AO by TF, affectionately known as Spike, was third and also first in Pro-Am.
All right.
And tough day for IDEX Sport. The car that was leading comfortably, right wheel came off. The unattached itself. So tough one there. That would have been a Ray win for Jamie Chadwick had they won.
Yeah.
Tough race.
Yeah,
but that's Le Mans. So anyways, again, fantastic race. Not I wouldn't call it a classic, but again, entertaining. And look forward to next year.
Yeah, and I mean, for as much as the last thing I just want to say on the hypercar BOP, again, Ferrari, yeah, they definitely had the dominant car. The number 6 Porsche gave them a really good run for their money. Finished only like 10 to 16 seconds off the lead, I think it was in the end. So, and where the pace that the 6 car had, I was pretty convinced at some point they were going to get, or after the race, there was going to be some announcement that car was going to be disqualified because it was so far ahead of the 5 and the 4 that I couldn't really explain why, or didn't see any obvious reason as to why they were just that far ahead. But I mean, really, Kevin Estre was just on it this week.
Yeah.
So props to them. Fought back from dead last. Stupid qualifying procedure error there, but they took it and then led most of the race, and then Ferrari had to claw their way back and take it back from them. So, yeah, good stuff. Hopefully, it's a bit more competitive from the rest of the manufacturers in the field next year.
Sure.
It would definitely be nice to see a bit more of a shake-up on that end. But yeah.
All right. Let's wrap the show up with our picks for IndyCar at Road America. I believe Nate sent his picks in.
Yes, he did. Do you have those on standby?
I do have them. Hold on. We are checking.
We are always checking.
Checking. I have them here. Okay. Nate is Alex Palou with a bounce back.
Shocker.
That is his winner.
Mm-hmm.
His dark horse is Marcus Armstrong. I like that.
Alrighty.
All right.
I'm gonna say Kirkwood.
Okay. I am gonna go. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Dark horse. Oh man. Let's go Rasmussen.
Okay. Even though he finished third.
This last race, yeah. Well,
yeah. All right. I'm gonna go. Somebody I think it's probably I could put in the dark horse category for the win, but I'm gonna say Colton Herta for the win.
I wouldn't put him in the dark horse category.
And my dark horse is going to be Renus VK.
Alrighty.
I was tempted to go with Malukas.
Yeah.
But I don't know if AJ Foy Racing has the. I think they have their oval package down. I just don't think they have their road course package down.
Yeah.
And I know Santino finished good at Detroit, but just
Detroit's Detroit.
I'm not sure. Yeah.
I mean, I do. There is. I mean, your top three well, actually, we're just completely omitting McLaren at this point. So I mean, they could show up or luck their way into a good spot too. If everyone else screws up.
Yeah.
So it's Road America, long, fast.
It's
I haven't even looked at the weather. What's the weather going to be?
I was going to go check right now. Hold on. Give me a second.
We're checking. We're checking more. We come back to you.
I got it.
Oof. I'm seeing clear.
Oh, wait a minute. I actually have that on. You know what? I actually have a thing when we went there.
Picture, memory, whatever.
Oh, man. Yeah. Oh, wow. Woof. Woof. 91 each day.
Yeah. It's gonna be.
Yeah, it's gonna be a Scotch. It's gonna be a Scotcha.
Yeah.
As they say. All right.
Yeah.
Well, we shall see what happens.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We got IndyCar this Sunday. IMSA is at Watkins Glen. MotoGP is at Mugello in Italy, and Supercars is at they have the Darwin Triple Crown.
Yeah.
And then NASCAR is somewhere.
All right. Is MotoGP this weekend?
Yes, Mugello.
All right. Ooh, so that gives me something to do Sunday morning, hopefully. All right. Cool. Excited. All right. On that note,
good night. Thank you guys for listening to the Red Mist Podcast, hosted by Christian Abbott, Sean Abbott, and Nathan Lavin. It's produced by Christian Abbott, and music is by Alex Wart and Harrison Tate.